if we could just pay attention now, we've got a quorum, and we've got the co-governance of Otakaro Avon River Corridor, and I don't know whether you want to give a brief introduction to the paper.
A couple of words.
Yeah,
thank
you.
For both of us. So look, thank you very much. There's been significant amount of work, as you know, on the projects related to the Otakaro Avon River Corridor, both across parks, through waters and transport. But this paper is about actually the other process that needs to run in tandem, and that's to actually progress council's intention around the co-governance. And you'll know that there was a commitment in the cost share agreement around co-governance, and also council has already made a formal resolution with its intent of setting up a permanent co-governance arrangement. Since then, council's got advice from the Honourable Chris Finlayson, and I know he's spoken to councillors, and also had a number of workshops and discussions. So this paper is seeking confirmation that you want us to progress the co-governance arrangements, and particularly look at the option around the legal structure and potentially a local bill to progress this, and also to seek a resolution about the establishment of an establishment entity. And some of the work and feedback to date has been around that being a trust, but this paper is suggesting a subsidiary body of council just out of cost. It's a lot cheaper to do it that way. There's a lot of less red tape. It's around ease, and it's also around agility. So that's what this paper's doing. Just want to hand over to Shane to just talk quickly about some of the community support and engagement that we've had around this process.
Thank you. Kia ora koutou. So, look, just to re-emphasise the engagement with community and senior community leaders, the Hayley Gillietas, the Peter Becks, the Chrissy Williams, the Gary Moores, we have undertaken significant engagement. The plan that has been presented to them around co-governance, mana whenua, council and community, has been well received. They are aching to get on with this. We are now poised actually to get on with it. All we need is support and approval from council to continue on. The external advice we have received from Chris Finlayson, Crown settler, understands co-governance models when you're engaging with treaty partners, been exceedingly valuable to where we're about to head. There is still a lot of work to do. There are still some things that the establishing entity needs to ascertain, but the time is right to move on. Kia ora.
Thank you. Well, I'm happy to move the staff recommendations, and Jake's happy to second that. Are there any questions for staff? No. Is there any debate? Yanni?
Well, I just wanted to acknowledge, I thought the workshop was excellent, and it was really, as has been said though, it was really valuable or invaluable to have Chris Finlayson there. I thought his perspective on, given his history and his background, was really, really good. So there were a number of different things that were put up, but I think it is important to progress this. So happy to support this.
Thank you. I'll just quickly comment. Look, I think this is another major milestone in the journey of approaching a precious piece of land which has a unique history. The relationship with Ngāi Tuhuriri is one that has been well documented and is seeking to have life breathed into it with mahinga kai projects and other things happening, and even our own relationship with the area as a council in relation to the stormwater treatment that has been built into the design and funded through our LTP, that all of these things are coming together. But then the more recent history, which is the history of people who used to live there and communities that essentially saw their area devastated and deemed unfit to reinstate, given the challenges that we were confronted with the earthquakes and the area. then described as the red zone, but now we see the signs coming out that say the red zone is now the green zone, and welcoming people to an area of transition. And we also see the community really coming to the fore, establishing community projects that are going to stand in really good stead. And as we come into our annual plan, we are ourselves as a council developing a single activity management plan to take us through in terms of the relationship with this co-governance entity. So I just think everything's all coming together. It's another piece in the jigsaw puzzle, but it really does promise a very special future for the city, and it's a real legacy of the experience that we've been through over the past decade. So I will put the motion. All those in favour say aye. Aye. Those opposed say no. That is carried. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Didn't have so we're just going to put in a proposal at the moment. I think it was 450, wasn't it?
That was for the full establishment if it was a potential trust, but with the committee it may be less.
Yeah, so we are going to put a bid into the proposals for the annual plan to add that cost. 120 I think we're putting in at the moment because everyone's comfortable with that, noting it may change once the report comes back.
Yeah, okay. Well, but the report's going to come back in February,
yes.
So that'll be
prior to the numbers
the
for
full
next
cost.
week.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Yep, okay, great.
So you're not surprised when you see it.
Yeah. Thank you. Right, so I will move that we